Okay, let's do this. What's going on, guys? It's Chris. Welcome back to my channel. So as you guys know, fall season is here. So I want to take advantage of this falling leaf season and take beautiful shots with my car. So today I'm gonna show you how I personally edit one of my photos and enhance the colors to make it fit a little bit better with the fall theme. So I will record the entire process of me editing a photo on Lightroom. I already have my Lightroom open, so I will transfer you to my screen in a moment.
Okay, so we're on Lightroom right now, and I just imported all the photos I just took today, and we'll choose one photo. Actually, I like this photo because it has a pretty good composition and it's placed pretty much on the center. So I'm gonna start working on this photo, and just as I go, I would just like start explaining why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that. But anyway, so let's start with the temperature. Sometimes the temperature on Lightroom, it doesn't show anything. It's just, like blank and doing like weird things like that. But anyway, you can actually just change it into the uh, corresponding temperature when you took this photo. Pretty much, if you want to balance if you want to play with temperature, just find a white balance. Like says my car, like so because my car is white, it's pretty easy to spot the white balance on this photo. So I'm gonna start with the pretty normal temperature, which is 5500, and I want to see if it's white enough. No, it's not white, so it's pretty white, but it has some reddish color. So we're gonna turn down the temperature until it's pretty white, maybe around there. So 5000. Okay, and second of all, I'm gonna have to reposition this frame right here. Just gonna make it a little bit aligned and centered, just like that. There we go. And you can actually use the ruler straight tool right here as well. Just find like something that is straight, say like the roof or the front bumper. I like to use the roof because it's always gonna be straight, and the Lightroom will actually calculate everything and just straighten everything for you. So the photo is pretty straight right now, and I'm gonna start working with the basic stuff right here, basic adjustment, which is exposure. I think we have pretty good exposure right now, and I'm just gonna play with the contrast and start uh, slide it up a little, slide it to the right, and you don't want too much contrast, so I will just like leave it over there. Highlights, I place with the uh, lightings over here, so you slide it left, you will get less light, and slide it right, and you will get the blown out photo. So I will just like keep it somewhere around there. Yes, I want to preserve these details right here on the headlight, so that's why I turn it down a little bit. Shadows, same thing. Shadows plays with your blacks. If you slide it left, it will get darker, and you slide it right, you'll get more details out of your dark spots areas right here. Uh, I'll just leave it around here. Whites and blacks, I don't normally touch them. I just play with the highlights and shadows. So clarity, I would just like leave it as is. Vibrance, I would just bump it up just a little bit, like right there. So saturation, I don't really play with it because it has almost the same function as the vibrance, but vibrance it just bumps up the color, not too dramatic. So, and we'll leave the tone curve as is for now. I don't really play with it because we've played the contrast, highlights, and shadows right here on the sliders. So now we're going to the HSL section. This is where you actually manipulate the colors separately. And you, as you can see, like red, orange, yellow, green, aqua, blue, purple, magenta. So whatever the color that represents, you can actually just manipulate it. Red, it doesn't really do anything except like this area right here, so I'm not really worrying much about it. So I would just yeah, I would just play with it a little bit. Orange, so orange will have more large area on this photo. So if you actually see all these orange color, you can actually just change it. And since we are making the fall theme photo, we are going to make it a little bit warm. So go to the left and make it a little bit more saturated. And luminance. Luminance is like how bright you want the color is. So I would just leave it over there, bump it up a little bit to make it a little bit more vibrant. Yellow, same thing as orange, has large area as you can see on the photo. So, and we don't want it to be like green, so we want it to be a fall theme photo. So we will go slide it left, saturation, make it a little bit more saturated, and luminance. I would just bump it up a little bit, and it's like that. Okay, green. Green, it doesn't really have much effect, but as you can see, actually it does have the effect on this tree and this bush right here. So, and you don't want it green because it's fall theme photo, so you want it to be orange or dark green. I would just leave it over there. Saturation, play a little bit with it and find like your preference pretty much. Luminance, bump it up a little bit. Aqua, let's see, aqua. If you guys can see, the aqua just have a little effect which is on the background right here on the mountains right there. So I'll just leave it as 0 and desaturate it a little bit. And luminance, make it dark a little bit. There we go. Blue, let's see what blue does. Same thing, the mountains on the back. We'll just leave it like that, and we'll leave it as right there. So there we go. And now we're going to the purple. I don't think we have any purple color right here on the photo, so it doesn't affect anything. You can see like I'm trying to like slide it left and right. It doesn't do anything. Magenta as well. So yeah, we don't really have these colors, these two colors on this photo, so we're good. Moving to split toning. So this is where I actually just make the photo has a little bit more color filter on it. So say like the highlights. Let's see. So first, I would just put saturation a little bit to 20 maybe. And how you play with the split toning is it controls the highlight of the color, so it forces the all these different colors to be the color that you want based on the hue that you put. So the way I do it is I would just put the saturation on the 20, and as I'm going slide this slider to the right, I would just see which color that looks good on the photo, which is pretty much around here. Yeah, right here. So let's say put to 20. Yeah, that looks good. shadows, of course it controls the shadow, so same thing. Now let's put the saturation, same thing. Put shadows and see how you want the photo looks like. Looks like I'm just going with the 220, 225. 225 should be good. Oh, there we go. And you can actually see the color. The photo looks a little bit older now, so you're gonna have to turn it down a little bit. Keep the color warm of the fall theme. So, and I just want to make the color of my car a little bit whiter. So that's why I'm going with the 220 and 225, which is kind of like on the blue area right here. So, okay, now we are going with the details. So detail sharpening, you can just sharpen it a little bit. It's been sharpened. It was at 25, so I'm gonna sharpen it just a little bit more. If you sharpen like too much, see what happens. You have like too much details, and then the photo starts to look bad. So you don't want it to be high, super high. Luminance, noise reduction. Of course, I mean I shot this at days in the day, so we don't need the noise reduction because we're using low ISO. And now we're going to remove chromatic aberration. Just check it and enable profile correction. Normally I don't do this because I already set it up for my lens, but I normally don't do this because I like the vignetting effect on the uh, default profile. So I would just like leave it as that. We don't have to worry about all these except if you want to, adjust your photo to be if you have a crooked photo, then you need this. But we are good. Everything is all lined up and good. Also, post crop vignetting. So if you want to add more vignetting, no, I normally don't do that. So I'll actually show you guys how to actually do good vignetting effect on your photo, and it looks better, way better than using this. Camera calibration, you don't need to worry about this. Now the photo actually looks pretty darn good. So this is the before, this is the after. Basically we just add more color, more contrast, and if you want to play with tone curve, yes you can. And you know what, I'm going to change the temperature a little bit. I want to make this photo a little bit colder, or like around there, just to make my car look white, not white reddish or white bluish. So you want to keep the white balance pretty good. Okay, so now how I'm going to do the vignetting. I normally do vignetting with the tool, you call this tool graduated filter, shortcut key M. So press M, and I will just start from the bottom right here until I touch the bumper, the front lip, just like that. And now from here you can actually adjust the exposure and everything manually from the area that you mark. So first of all, exposure, turn it down. Clarity, so I would just put the clarity a little bit high, maybe around 70, 74, something, 70 to 80. And we'll just turn this down a little bit more. Highlights, shadows, you can just like play with all these sliders and see like if you like the preference or not. It's just all about your preference. And yeah, that looks good, and we'll start we'll make another one for the top one. And as you can see, you actually have the exact same setting for the top filter as the bottom one. So you don't want that because it's too dark and then it just looks bad. So just double click everything and it will start go to the neutral position, which is 0. So I just want to get a little bit more contrast, so put it around there. Highlights. Let's see. Ooh, highlights. Okay, so I don't want the sky to be blown out. See that right there? I want to preserve more details, so I would just turn it down just like that. Shadows. I think we're good with shadows. Just turn it down a little bit. Clarity. You don't need clarity because like clarity eats away the color. Contrast gives more color. So and you can also play with the temperature a little bit to see like to give you like a little bit warmer color right there. See like all those orange color. Yep, there we go. Oh, now we're almost done with this photo. I just need a little bit more. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can add something. Let's add more vignetting on the left and right side, and saturation. Ooh, saturation actually looks pretty good. So I'll just darken the photo just a little bit, just a tad, just a tad, and do the same thing on the right side. Slide it. There we go. I would just normally stop when I touch the what do you call this thing? The side mirror. So then let's see if I can put something more. Oh, the tail lights. Normally I would just use this tool called adjustment brush, shortcut key K, and I'll just paint this headlights. And what I would do with these headlights is just to get more details out of them by putting more clarity on it. So move on to the next, the right tail light, headlight. Go. Brush them on, just like that. Now press O to disable the range, the mask range, and just gonna do the. Just gonna turn down the highlight just a little bit. There we go, and put more clarity on it. So like how it makes the headlights more dramatic. So that's what I'm going for. Go and bam. So let's see what we have done so far. So we have done all these colors right here on the leaves, which is really important when you're doing fall photos. I just added a little bit more vibrance, and you can actually play a little bit more with the color, but I like this already. Um, all right, so we're pretty much almost done over here. Don't want to make it too long, but I'm going to the Photoshop. I'm going to transfer this photo to Photoshop to get rid of these cracks on the road right here to make it a little bit cleaner. So, oh, also, I want to see what kind of color I can get out of this orange. Again, it's just my personal preference. Everybody does different things. So what may look good for me may not look good for you. So keep that in mind. So the photo is pretty much done, but I want to add a little bit more details on it by getting rid of this cracks on the road. So I'm gonna transfer the photo into Photoshop, and you know what? I'm going to play with the color a little bit more. So I'm just gonna fast forward it because it's not gonna be like, because it's just gonna be the same process of what I did before. So until I transfer this photo to Photoshop and show you guys how to get rid of these cracks, I will fast forward it and I will see you guys on Photoshop. Oh, also, I forgot to mention to you guys that you can actually use the this tool right here, which is the radial filter. Shortcut key is Shift M. So what I would do with this filter or tool is to make my car a little bit brighter than the background. So set the exposure around there and then click invert, and boom, we got a brighter color right there in this area. And also you can still play with the contrast if you want. There we go. See like how it affects the car only. I would just turn down, maybe turn up. No, no, no. I would turn down the highlights a little bit. Be 4. Play with the shadows just a little bit more. Turn it up. Maybe around 5. Clarity. Let's see. Ooh, that looks bad. Okay. It just really depends. It's really your personal preference when it comes to editing the photos like this. It's your personal preference. Like what I said before. So you can adjust the sharpness as well. Maybe, yeah, maybe around 3, 4. So okay, so here we go. So this is what we've done so far. This is the before photo. This is the after, and you can actually see like we've added a lot of contrast, a lot of color, um, and then we put a lot of vignetting effects on, especially on the bottom right here. I like it so far. Oh my gosh, looks gorgeous. So next, we're going to transfer this to Photoshop by pressing Ctrl E and just click open anyway. And we're going to get rid of those road cracks, make the photo looks much cleaner. So wait till loads, and bam, we got our photo on Photoshop. And this is how I actually get rid of those cracks. Press Ctrl J to duplicate your photo, because if you did something wrong and you can't reverse it, so it's better to have like a backup photo, like a photo that you can mess with. So let's click on the band-aid symbol right here and just click it right there, and click on the spot healing brush. So what you want to do is you just follow those cracks along and stop at the car, and that's how you actually get rid of the cracks. It's really easy, right? And do the same thing on the right side. Follow along the cracks, and bam, that's it. It's that easy. And same thing with the these cracks on the back right here. Make the marker smaller and do the same thing. And bam, magic. I know, right? Magic. This is a dark magic of the uh, photos. And same thing as this one. Bam. And you know what? I'm gonna get rid of these cracks as well. Right there. There we go. Bam. And I don't think you guys can actually see the cracks, but anyway, whatever. There you go. So this is with the cracks. This is without the cracks. Looks much cleaner. You can actually save the photo to Lightroom as well by pressing Ctrl S. So it will actually import it to Lightroom as a new photo, a different photo from the original one. So of course, all the settings will be set to default again because Lightroom thinks this is a new photo. And we are done. So that's pretty much how I edit my photos.
Alright, there you have it. So that's how I actually edit my fall theme photo. I hope you enjoyed this video of me rambling about car photography. And if you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to this channel for more videos. And that's it from me. See you guys next time.